I was like that. I saw you. I was like, I just got the email. What? Uh huh.
Oh, she's all the way back there. She's all the way back there at the end. At the end, Leslie.
I'd say so, yeah. It's 6:08, so I think it's a good time right now.
No, we're just telling her that we have a for.
Yeah, so we just kind of tagged it. I just leave it up.
I found a new spot. I can't wait to see the photo.
You're so professional.
Oh my god, this is amazing.
Right here.
So I
a lot of hands makes little work, and so we're hoping you all will sign up. It could be as little as, you know, an hour of your time on the day of the event, or offering to bring in paper towels that day. I mean, it can be very small, but we really would love everyone's participation. And then the other thing I wanted to mention was the PTA just heard that we have 2 winners of PTA awards. And Dr. O'Connor won Vice Principal of the Year, and Henry won Counselor of the Year. So we have a pretty amazing staff and community, so that's what we're just trying to push for all of us to get involved. So that's about it for me. Okay, thanks.
Thank you both. They're very smart, you know. They do this at the concerts when they've got people. Like, you've really got to pay attention to what we say. It's good. It's a smart move. All right, we are just about ready, and I can officially say we're standing room only. How great is that? This is the best ticket in town tonight. So what we're going to do is we will bring in our 3rd graders in just a moment. But again, just one final reminder. That black kind of court line, if you follow that, you need to be behind that line, both sides, just because at the end we are bringing in both grades and we'll be jam-packed right up to the edge here. We do ask, be mindful of people around you. If you're videoing or if you are taking pictures, you actually don't need to video the whole thing. We will be sending out a link of a recording of the whole night. So that is actually kind of nice, because then you can actually watch live time and enjoy and not watch kind of through your phone. So be on the lookout for that later on. I think we're just about ready. As per usual, I will give you a photo opportunity, so there will be time for a little chaos and stand up and get those photographs. But I think we're about ready to kick off our concert. Let's go. Let's give them a round of applause. 3rd grade. Give them another encouraging round of applause as they walk in. I know, there's a lot of pressure. Keep your applause up. We don't want just the first people coming in. Come on. There's a few more coming. They all deserve the applause, right? A special evening. They're all dressed up, looking great, and ready for a great performance tonight. All right, so as they get situated, if the phone that you have, that you are going to use to take the photograph that we're about to take, you may take that out right now. We will do a countdown from 10 to give you the opportunity to sneak into a spot if you need to, stand up if you need to, get that shot you need to. So we're going to ask 3rd grade. Look out there, see if you can spy the grown-up that might be here tonight for you. If not, you don't see them, just give someone in the audience a big smile. Give them a wave, and then we'll do a hands down. So 10, 9, 8, and here comes my selfie. Are you ready? Hamza's ready. Here it is. Let's do it. Awesome. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Let's put our hands down so that we can give a really nice looking picture. Lovely, give a big smile. 2, 1. Awesome. You can settle back to your spot, sit down if you were standing and you're sitting in the audience. And I believe we're officially ready to begin.
Well, thank you so much for coming to our 3rd and 4th grade concert celebrating music in our schools month. This is a nationwide celebration of the importance and the value of having music education in schools. I feel really privileged to be here in Lexington, where it is obvious the support of music education is live and well, thanks to a full audience here. So a huge thank you to all of you for really realizing that this really helps a student grow up to be the person they are with having a true good in music education. So 3rd graders, we are on to perform tonight. So we are going to be performing, our very first piece is Hot Cross Buns. This is a very popular first song to play. We're going to turn this into a theme and variations, but start off with kind of the boring version of Hot Cross Buns, which you all should recognize. So that's the regular hot cross buns that we all know and love. Oh, sure, you can go around. Part of our music curriculum in 3rd grade is to learn about different forms of music. Back in 2nd grade, they learned about ABA form and rondo form. And in 3rd grade, we learned about theme and variation. So students all know my favorite food is ice cream. So of course, I have to use the analogy of ice cream to help learn what is theme and variation. So the way I talked to the students back when we learned this was the theme of Hot Cross Buns is vanilla ice cream. It's tasty, it's yummy, it's lovely. But let's vary it a little bit. So our first variation is in the style of a march. So what I told the students is think about vanilla ice cream, but let's add something else into it, like chocolate chip cookie dough. So here's the chocolate chip cookie dough version of Hot Cross Buns. So then, our next variation is in a style of a waltz. So the analogy that I used with the students was think about, let's add in some gooey caramel. It makes it really stretchy, it makes it nice and sticky and super delicious. So this is a waltz, nice and slow. Our final variation is a calypso style. So we use a syncopation rhythm. It's very jazzy, kind of think of like the island feel because it's really fun. So this would be like maybe, oh, I don't know, maybe just chocolate chip ice cream because that's vanilla with some chocolate chips in it. Through the Night. This is a German lullaby, totally different feel, nice and slow. And this piece will be different because I'm not accompanying on the piano. In fact, the students will be accompanying themselves. We have a random name generator that picks random people's names, and they have been chosen to play a barred instrument part to accompany. So from Ms. Martin's class, we have Alex and Hamza. Come on down to the altos. We have from Mr. Dever's class, Benji and Harper. From Ms. Yellis's class, we have Laurel and Sabine. And then we have from Ms. Harris's class, Anna and Frank. The accompaniment part, we have two different barred instrument parts to go along. So we are starting with the basses in the back. They have a quarter note pattern, really keeping a nice and steady beat the whole time. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're going to keep this up the whole time, keeping it super duper steady. Nice work. Cool. So in the front here, we are going to have a half note pattern. So it's half notes, half as quick. Then we can. Okay, and now we're going to combine those two parts. 1, 2, and just us go. All right, so that's going to be our accompaniment pattern while the third graders are playing on the recorders. They are also going to sing the lullaby words as well. All right, so here is all the instructional start first. I'll put it for the number 1, 2, introduction, along now to B-A-G-E blues. So those two pieces, we're just using the notes B-A-G. You notice that the students were only using their which hand? Left hand. So now we're going to be engaging the right hand, adding in a low E. A low E, you use 2 fingers with your right hand. So I just tell them and using their bunny ears so they remember they're using 2 fingers to get to that lower sound. At this point of our unit, I told them, I said, you have to do what we call a breath check to make sure your breath isn't stinky. No, we're just joking. Their breath is fine. Well, sometimes after lunch, they did say that they're like, ooh, something's wrong here. So when I tell them to do a breath check, it's for them to feel the warmth on their palm. If you wanted to give this a try, this is what I do in music class. You should feel a gust of air on your palm to really produce a good recorder sound, and you need to feel warm. So as those third graders are here checking out their breath, it's not to see how smelly it is, but it's really to make sure, am I using the correct amount of air to produce a good warm tone? So here is B-A-G-E blues, adding in a low E. on, we're adding another note. So we're really about halfway through our unit at this point. So we're adding now a low D. So now they've added the bunny ears and they've added now their ring finger on the right hand. Again, thinking about doing a breath check, feeling that warmth, that they're not overblowing, because if you overblow on a recorder, it actually makes you jump up the upper octave. So instead of a low D, you would get a high D. So it's really thinking about having that control so that you get a nice low D sound instead of, whoops, the high one. This is going to be another unaccompanied piece. I'm going to play the drum. So they're on their own to count. They're on their own to just have fun and play. Here is freeze. This is an ABA form. So in the A section, we're going to play in unison. The B section is really fun because the students get to choose what note they want to play. Options for them to choose are B's. What else can you choose? G's. What else can you choose? B's and G's. So they are going to be creating some harmony during this B section. Fun times. All right, here is Breathe. So then we get into the hardest note to produce on a recorder, which is your low C. Your low C. So at this point, they are now engaging their pinky finger and their right hand. And this is where they have to do a real change in their mouth, because if they continue to play the same way, they're actually, again, going to pop up to that higher octave C instead of keeping that nice, warm, velvety, low C sound. This song is one that I think most people will recognize. It's Mary Had a Little Lamb. So here is Mary Had a Little Lamb with low C. So now we're on to Charlie Brown. So this is a piece that I offered to the third graders as an optional piece. I said, hey, we're learning a lot of stuff I want to give any of those who want to go the extra mile a little opportunity to show off their cool skills here, to learn a piece completely on their own. I didn't teach this in music class. The practice video was on my website and they could choose to learn it on their own. We had two quick, like 7-minute rehearsals during their quiet time after lunch a couple weeks ago to put this whole thing together. It is my pleasure to welcome down students from Miss Martin's class. We have Alan, Alex, Kavya, Kelly, Lucas, Serena, and Celine. From Mr. Jebber's class, we have Ashwa, Ayla, Disha, and Eli. And from Ms. Yellis' class, we have Charlie, Ethan, Laurel, and Sabine. And from Ms. Harris's class, we have Anna, Audrey, and Kinza. All right, let's rock this one, yeah? Proud of you. So this brings us to our final two pieces of the third grade concert. And these are world premieres, true story. No audience has heard of these two pieces, have heard these two pieces before. The students in third grade composed this with me, like 3 weeks ago, and we've been working really hard. These are difficult compositions. The first composition will be by, and you can see on the screen behind. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Okay, hold on. Will be by Miss Harris and Yellis' class. I'll just man it from here. Will be from Miss Harris and Miss Yellis' class. Every single student had a part in this composition. They either composed a rhythm or they composed a particular pitch to play. So if you're in Miss Harris or Miss Yellis' class, can you raise your hand so that we know who's going to be playing this piece? So enjoy this world premiere by Miss Harris and Miss Yellis' class. Our next composition will be by students in Mr. Deborah and Miss Martin's class. So can you give a little hand wave? Those are the students that will be performing this one. Again, every student in these two classes had a part in this composition. They either chose a rhythm to play or a pitch. coming in. We're going on to our fourth grade concert now. Third graders, I'm going to see you in a few minutes for our big finale. Don't go away.
All right, let's give them a last round of applause as they're heading out. And if you need to stand up and stretch your legs, you have a couple of minutes to do so. Don't go anywhere. You don't have time to go anywhere, but if you need to stand up, you certainly can do that. And thank you for honoring the letting everybody do their thing, not getting in anyone's way. And thank you. It's going to be really important now that no one's sitting beyond the black line, because at the end of this is when the other students are going to come back in. All right, keep it up just like you did for the show. They're going to get a round of applause all the way in. Keep going, keep going, keep going. All right, you're getting a little weak in your applause. Let's keep it going. There's still a few coming in. All right, everyone in. You know what time it is. It is photo opportunity time. You have the count of 10, get to that ideal spot that you need to get to. We'll count down. I'll take a selfie, do some big smiles, some waves, and then a more serious, more poised and relaxed picture.
I was going to get back
All
on
right.
stage. I'm going to wait.
You see someone, give them a big smile, fourth graders. And 10, 9, 8, 7, keep smiling. 6, 5, 4, and it is going to be selfie time for me.
All right, let's see it. All right, fourth grade, let's go. I see you.
And we have 3, 2, 1. You can resume your positions back to those spots that you were in before. Again, really paying attention to the fact that we need to be scooted back here. And a reminder for any students out in the audience, you were an incredible audience this morning. A reminder to be a fabulous audience tonight. One final reminder, stay off the mats, find a seat, relax, and enjoy this fantastic performance.
All right, so we are back with a new group of students. These are our fabulous fourth graders here at Harrington, and you are in for a treat tonight. You are now going to have 4 world premieres coming your way. These pieces that we are performing for you are entirely the students' compositions. They have worked incredibly hard during music class, and this unit all is about collaboration, musicianship skills, learning how to be leaders, helping each other out. So there's so much more than just music happening, and you're going to see this tonight in their compositions. Ms. Gaffidi's class will be first. I'm going to invite you down to get set up, and I'm going to boast about how good you are. So go on and get set up. So Ms. Gaffidi's class will be performing a song called Kookaburra, and this is an Australian folk song. When I'm teaching songs, I strive to educate students with the true authentic version of the song. This song was composed in 1934. This class came up with the idea to create a rainforest effect. We had a discussion about Australia, well, what does that look like? And they said, well, there's a lot of rainforests, so maybe we can make a little sound effect that would mimic that. They tried out so many different instruments. It was so fun to watch. And they ended up coming up with some rain sticks, wirrows to help mimic the frogs, croaking. We have kibosses and egg shakers to kind of mimic snakes hissing. It's a really cool sound effect that the students composed. I think, and they know this, but I think my favorite part is their ending. I don't remember how you came up with this, but they're like, ooh, can we just try to like fiddle around with our fingers because maybe that sounds like rain. And I'm like, oh my God, yes, let's try that. And they love the sound. And so pay attention to the ending. They have an introduction, they're gonna sing the song, and then they have a coda. Pay attention to the coda because that is truly stunning. Here is Miss Gaffidi's class with our backup singers, the fourth graders, singing Goo Bear. proud feeling, like they're all my kids, and I'm like, oh, so good. It really is. It's just stunning to watch. I mean, I have the easy job right now. I just sit here and watch them all do it, and it's really just stunning how that teamwork piece really came through with this particular class, helping each other. You notice that Emily was leading everybody to start. Aaron was another leader that he elected, saying, I think I can lead us to get started for that layering in part. Excellent. I'm going to invite Ms. Biet's class down to get set up. They are going to be singing the song Sing-a-Ling. This is an American folk song, and this particular song features 16th notes. And in the 4th grade curriculum, 16th notes is a brand new rhythm that we learned. They are very, very fast. And so these 4th graders were like, oh, there are 16th notes in this song. So they got really clever to give the audience a little clue as to what to expect. So you're going to hear some 16th notes happening throughout their introduction and their coda. This class also knocked it out of the ballpark with their teamwork. They really truly came together as an ensemble. You're going to see lots of leadership roles here, lots of eye contact. And that's something that this class discovered worked the best for them. So you notice that there's maybe different strategies on how to work as a team. This class used a lot of eye contact, a lot of head nodding. You're going to see a pretty cool drumming thing. I don't even know how to describe it. It's really cool to watch this whole drumming thing happen too. So here is Miss Biet's class performing Sing-a-Ling.
Ready? Go.
16th notes are really tricky. That's a big concept in fourth grade. Those do, day, do that they compose for that hand drum part. That's hard. All right, as they're quickly cleaning up, look at that. Love how careful they are treating our instruments here at Harrington. So great. Miss Griffith Slash is going to be invited down next to come perform their piece. So I think Miss Griffith Slash, have you come down to get started. Miss Griffith Slash will be performing Down by the Riverside. This is an African American spiritual. It was published first in 1918. This song features another fourth grade rhythm that's brand new, and this is called a syncopation. This is a very difficult rhythm to feel and to kind of feel settled in. So this class did an outstanding job, not only understanding what a syncopation looks like and feels like, but they also ended up putting it into their introduction and their coda as well, which is really cool. This class, I'm going to tell you, watching them go from week to week, from class to class as they composed was really, really fun. Very mindful as to what they wanted to do. They had like almost like an idea of like, we wanted to sound like this. How can we get there? Angelina, I'm going to give you a little shout out. You had that great idea, and you're going to hear it because it ended up into the composition, layering in a whole bunch of different instruments at the same time. And it was a little clunky to start with, and then we started working at it, and then it's now become this beautiful moment where everyone's playing almost like a different rhythm on top of each other. It's really outstanding. Here is Down by the Riverside. Nicely done. All right, Miss Fitzgerald's class has been very patient this whole time. They know that they're the last class to perform. Miss Fitzgerald says, let's just give Miss Griffiths a moment just to get back up on the risers. Pretty cool to watch all these different students playing all different instruments. It's really just an incredible thing to witness and watch. The process and the progress from class to class is really stunning. Okay, Miss Fitzgerald's class. Now you may come down. Thank you for being here. Miss Fitzgerald's class will be performing Lullaby. This is an Israeli folk song. Lullaby actually is a nonsense word, so it doesn't really mean anything in Hebrew, but the tune itself is a folk song from Israel. This class worked really hard throughout this whole unit on teamwork. What does that look like? What does that mean? How can we work as a team? They have a very complicated composition that required a lot of interpersonal skills to happen. And you'll notice that they pass like a rhythm through a bunch of different instruments, and then they layer on top of someone else, and then everything just gets really cool put together. So here is Miss Fitzgerald's class playing July. Classes, one more giant round of applause for their competition. Really outstanding. Yes, come on in. Ready to bring out those third graders ready for our big finale. So, as we're getting set up, let's do some thank yous because wowza, we got a lot of people to thank for tonight. So, got my little list here. Again, thank you all for supporting the music education program here at Harrington. Without you, this program would not happen. So thank you so very much for helping your students. Remember the recorders that they're in third grade, just being really good musicians and students. Big thank you to Ms. Dane, our principal. Give her another round of applause. my 17th or 18th year teaching, and I don't think I've had a more supportive principal of anything that I do. So Jackie, really, truly, thank you so much for everything and all of your support. Thank you. Second person to thank is Dr. O'Connor behind the camera. He came over to me and said that we are live streaming in Taipei right now. Anywhere else, Dr. O'Connor?
Yes, Sanibel Island, Florida, Bel Air, Maryland, Old Orchard Beach, Maine, and worldwide.
Worldwide, there we go. All right, so thank you so much, Dr. O'Connor, for running the live stream. Huge thank you to the 3rd and 4th grade teachers. They are all over there, so give you a nice round of applause. A special shout out to Miss Huber, who is furiously running around. Amazing co-work to work with. A huge thank you to all of you little people up here, because you know what? Without you, this place doesn't work, right? And we got 2 more people to thank. They are behind me. We got a little band here. Mr. Trevor, back from fraternity. And we got Mr. Juan here on the drums. Okay, so as we are closing out our concert tonight, I was like, what can we do with a big finale? So this is Home by Philip Phillips. You might recognize the name. He was an American Idol winner back in season 10 or 11. And I figured out over the summer that you could play Home on the recorder. And I was like, ooh, this will be fun. So the 3rd graders are going to be singing along with the 4th graders, and then during the chorus, they drop out, and they're going to play the chorus on the recorders. Meanwhile, the 4th graders on the risers will be singing the whole thing, okay? So, here is Home. They pulled off a fabulous performance this morning. I can't wait for you to hear it. Get your cameras out and record it, because this is going down in those books as like one of my favorite performances I think ever. So, here is Home by Philip Phillips.
Yeah.
a standing ovation. Come on, Christy.
I kind of want to do it again and have you sing with us. Are you
Yes.
amenable to singing with us?
Yes.
So, you're going to sing with us. You're going to sing the chorus part with the fourth players when you do the oohs and the ahs. All right, let's go one more time. Yeah? Might as well. We're here. Let's have fun. All right, join us on the blues. Ahs now. You get one more ah. Ready? Here we go. Back to settle down. Ready? And settle down. Be clear. Don't pay no mind to the demons. They fill you with fear. The trouble in my track you down. If you're lost, you can always be found. So you're not alone. Let's make this place your home. All right, and now, guys, go. Switch to ahs. All right, this is training. Here we go. They want it for the third time. All right. A couple housekeeping things, please. If you could help the custodians, just fold up your chair and put them against the wall. Third graders, listen carefully. Your teachers have a bucket with your class name with your cases. Go find them. But not yet, don't go yet. You're gonna go this way. Fourth graders, you're gonna meet your parents on this side of the gym. We'll turn on the lights so that you can see everybody. Thank you again.
Hold for one moment. I want to double down on the thank yous for a moment. First of all, thank yous that Angela already extended. Those are the ones I just want to double down on first. So to any educator, support staff, anybody who came tonight from our staff to make this successful, we certainly want to support them, custodians. It's amazing, you can't do it without all of them. We appreciate their time. And then, of course, can we have one big round of applause for Ms. Carpenter?